Hey guys, welcome back to Marvel Future Fight. I'm Quexis and I'm here to help you max your game in minimum time. In this video I'm going to be talking about team composition. Essentially, basically three things you need to know to build a pretty good team. Now here you see my team. This is the team I use for the arena, and we can go look real quick and see where I'm at the moment. I'm ranked 14th in the world at the moment. Now, what you're going to notice real quick, scrolling down this list will find me, here I am. My team is only level 45. They're all on 5 stars. I don't even have any 6-star characters. But what you'll also notice is that all these players around me, the ones above me of course, but also the ones below me, we can drop and check them 5 at a time. Let's see, rank 20, all 50s, 25, all 50s. We could keep going. That's pretty much an exercise in futility though. And so the question is, how do I have a team that stays this competitive even though they're significantly lower ranked than the others? The answer to that is I have a good team build and a good team composition. So we'll look at how I'm doing that. The first thing you want to look for when you're putting a team together is the team bonus options for whoever it is you want to play. Now you see here I have Spider-Man, Venom, and Captain Marvel together. There's a reason that I've got all three of those there. They have a 3-man team bonus, and we're going to look at that here in just a second. You see all the activated bonuses are the 3-man for those three, and then there's a 2-man for Spider-Man and Venom that synergizes well with that. You also see that I've got the mastery bonus for having 5 stars on all 3. Altogether, those add up to make this team way more powerful than they would be as individuals. So I wanted to build my team around Spider-Man. I looked to see what the options were for him, and here they all are. Now, one thing that I noticed pretty quickly is there were a couple of 2-man and 3-man teams that had synergy. One is with Spider-Man and Daredevil, but that's got Punisher on the team, and I'm not interested in playing him. So the other option was the journalistic integrity, and I went with that with Captain Marvel. A great way for you to check and see which team bonuses you're eligible for is to go to the All tab here, and you see those green check boxes in the upper right hand corner of the character icons. If you got all 3 of those across, that means you can build any of those teams. So once you've got your team in place, you can look to the right and see the team bonus and some circular icons underneath. You can mouse over those and see what your team bonuses are. You'll also notice above the team bonus logo there's a leadership bonus. That comes from whoever you have put in your middle slot. In this case that's Spider-Man. We'll look at his leadership bonus in just a minute. But you'll see he's got a symbol of sort of like a gold bird. That indicates that he's the leader of the team and that his leadership bonus is in place. So we're going to look real quick at the leadership bonuses here. Captain Marvel has one that boosts energy attack by 25%. Neither of the other guys use energy attack, so that's no good. We'll scroll down here. This reduces crowd control time. That's okay considering a lot of people use stun in the arena. Spider-Man's offers a bonus to dodge, and that's what I decided to go for on my team. You could make a different choice and that would be fine. It all depends on how you want to build your team. But for my purposes, I decided that his was the best option out of those 3, and I've put him in the leadership position, as you can see here. So we've talked about the team bonus and the leadership bonus, but I don't want to suggest that this team that I have is the best one in the game. Now, if you look at this team here, this is what they've titled Team Pym. There are a massive combination of bonus and attribute boost that particular team gets, and I'm pretty sure they're the highest in the game. You could correct me on that in the comments if I'm wrong. And here we see Team Pym. Now notice if you set the team, they're going to put Ant-Man in your leadership spot. Now remember, we talked about the importance of picking the leadership bonus. Now that's the second component of this that I'm going to talk about. We look here and see he gets a boost to all speed, and that's okay. We're going to look back over at Yellow Jacket. He gets a boost that stuns, paralyzes for 4 seconds, which is a big deal. That's a pretty great one. And then let's look over at Giant Man. And he gets an HP boost. Now, if he were at higher level, that could be pretty good too. So you really could go either way with that one. On my particular team, I decided that I wanted to go with Yellow Jacket, and so I put him in the middle leadership position. Leadership, that's the second component that you want to look for in building a good team. And we can take a look at Team Pym's activated bonuses here, and you see a big stack of them, and they've all got all attack. These guys get about 20%, close to 20% bonus attack here, especially when they're leveled up. My guys aren't leveled up. I'm going through that process now, and in fact I want to show you some gameplay just so you can see how much of an effect the bonuses actually has on this team. So I've got these guys right here at level 36. Let's see, Giant Man's at 37. They're all right around the same level, but I'm gonna, let's see, let me find, I'm gonna play one of the elite missions. This one with Green Goblin here is fine. Okay, so this is an elite mission. So these are elite enemies that are level 43. And I'm going to put in these guys as level 36, and Giant Man's probably just barely into level 37. But what you're going to see is with all of their team bonuses stacked up on them, they actually hold their own really well. So we're going to look at that real quick. Okay, so they are going to pick up an ally shifter, but you'll pretty much just have to take my word for it that that's not affecting the outcome here. These guys can handle this regardless. Now, one thing you will see me do throughout is I'm going to rotate these guys in. The other thing about this composition is you'll see that there's one of each type. You've got Giant Man, and he's a combat type, and then you've got Yellow Jacket's a blaster, and Ant-Man is a speed type. And each one of those is strong versus different types of enemies. So I rotate those in and out. As you'll see, that's why I keep the guys that are doing the yellow damage. It indicates they've got a bonus. So each one of them will get some gameplay. There's another thing you'll see that happens here. I'll point it out when it happens. Is occasionally on attack. Let's see, like right there, Ant-Man's attacking and Giant Man comes in and helps him out. And the reason that happens is because those guys are shifters for each other. We'll go over that a little bit later. But that's just yet another thing this team's got going on. Now, other thing I want to draw your attention to is you see the icons in the bottom, and I've got a 5-star Yellow Jacket. So you see his 4 skills, but to the left of those is a purple icon. And you'll probably have seen that before in some of your team compositions. But what that's for is for people that have team bonuses. So if you have a 2-man team bonus and you hit that purple button, your 2 guys will come in. But we have a 3-man, so all 3 of them come in, and what happens is those guys will come in and unload their special attack all at the same time. So you get this big chunk of damage that's done right at the beginning. Now, I'm not going to bring in my ally here, because these guys don't need it. I just wanted you to see that. Actually, the ally shifter is kind of getting in Giant Man's way there, but yeah, he's body blocking him. Just switch him out. Okay, but you'll see these guys are gonna finish off the Green Goblin here pretty easily, even though this is a level 43 elite boss. And that's because all of these bonuses they have are really buffing them up well beyond what their level would just be if it was just them at their standard level. So I wanted to show you that gameplay just so you could see how strong a big stack of team bonuses is. They're really effective when you're getting into the upper level elite missions. Alright, so you got an opportunity to see how great it is to have a stack of team bonuses. So that's the first thing. The leadership bonus is important. Yellow Jacket's stun ability is arguably more important than arena. But there are some times when the team bonus actually is not more important. I'm going to show you one of those rare cases right now. Ronan has a leadership ability that's really unlike almost anybody else. You'll see this team has no team bonuses, and yet this combination is potentially more deadly than even Team Pym, and I'm going to show you why. This is where it becomes very important to take into account a couple of other things. We don't have any team bonuses here. We have a tremendous leadership bonus, and I'll show you why once I can pull up his stats individually. I'm going to show you that right here. I'm going to show you him ranked up, and let's get all these red stars too. And then look at what happens when he's fully ranked. All attack and all defense is plus 36%. You will not find a stack of team bonuses that even comes close to that. That's incredibly powerful, but it's for universal type heroes only. So this is where we're going to start looking at his strikers and saying, okay, if we put a universal team together, so I see Ultron is universal, mouse over him and see, he comes in with a certain chance. All these guys will have, basically, they come in with a certain chance on hit, essentially. So we kind of say, okay, well, he's got, I see Destroyer here, Angela's Universal. So he's got several people that could come in if we were to put a Universal team together. So I go back here and see all these Universal guys. Now, there's something, I know a lot of people have talked about this, but maybe not everybody knows. Vision is a blast type hero, but if you put on his Age of Ultron outfit, he changes into a Universal hero. Now, Vision is arguably one of the highest DPS characters in the game. You can look at his strikers. He's got Ultron as one of his strikers as well. So he would synergize well with this team if you put him in this outfit. Because then that bonus that comes in for Universal characters will apply to Vision as well. So what happens is sometimes you have to look at this third element. And the third element is what kind of strikers do you have? Because strikers are people that come in during combat when your character gets hit, and they come in and do one of their special skills, and then they pop right back out. They don't take any damage, they just come and add DPS. And so in this case, we have somebody who's got an unbelievably powerful leadership bonus. We could put a team together, even though they don't have a team bonus, using Striker Synergy, which is the third component here of building a good team, and have something that would be really unique and something that I think could rival Team Pym in terms of its power. I honestly think in arenas, if someone put this team together the way I'm talking about and really got it all to 6 stars and maxed out, they might be unstoppable. 36% bonus to damage and defense is pretty insane. So those are just the thoughts I have. You can put a team together any way you want to. You should look at the team bonus. You should make sure you have a leader in the right role. Or you could go kind of something off the wall and just a team like this and say, hey, what other possibilities do we have for synergy using strikers? I hope the information I've shared in this video on team building has been helpful for you. If it has, please feel free to give the video a like. It really does help out the channel, and I'd really appreciate that. Maybe you have some better ideas for teams, and if you do, put them in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. I'm Quexis, and I hope this helped you max your game in minimum time.